Hi everyone, welcome to English 106. My name is Sister Rasmussen and I will be your instructor this term. I'm super excited to work with you and get to know you a little bit better. So in this video, I just kind of want to go over the course, what to expect, just some of the policies. In another video, I will take you on a little tour of our Canvas classroom, which might be helpful, especially if this is your first time working with Canvas. It's a fabulous program. I've used it for quite some time. So if you ever have any questions or need any help with it, don't hesitate to let me know. And you will probably hear me say a million times this term. If you have any questions, let me know. But really, never be afraid to reach out. I am here to help and guide you through this course. I'm here to add additional feedback and supplemental materials if you need them. So if you ever need anything, just let me know. I have been teaching college composition for almost 15 years. So I know the things. If you ever need extra help, more than likely you don't have a question that I can't answer. So never be afraid to ask for additional help or insight because I'm more than happy to do that for you. So as you can see on my screen, this is the home page of our course. It's really easy to navigate. If you want to go to each week's materials, that's great. Check all this. I don't want to go too much into it because I do that in the course or the classroom tour. So really, for now, we're just going to go to the syllabus, and you'll hear me probably talk about some of these policies in the course tour as well. But there are just some things that are really important that I want you to know. So this course is all based on basic writing skills. So sentence writing, paragraph writing, we'll do grammar lessons each week, and then you'll get into some actual essays the last about 6 weeks of the course. So we're just going to build some foundational skills that you'll then practice in your essays, and it should all, by the end, hopefully come together and you'll feel like, okay, I feel like an accomplished writer now who you should have that, again, that good foundation on some really basic writing strategies that really are, like, if you get those down, you'll be good to go. I tell that to all my students. I even tell that to my kiddos. My own children, because I let them know that, hey, if you can master a paragraph, you can master an essay. And the more you work on it, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll be with that process. And you'll realize, oh, anytime I write, it should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay, what does the beginning look like? What does the end look like? What should be in the middle? And it doesn't matter what kind of essay you're writing. It doesn't matter if you're writing a paragraph versus a full essay. They all have that basic structure and those same critical strategies that you will use. So what I would encourage you to do as you go through this course is to really pay attention to how all the pieces fit together to create a whole. Because again, sometimes you're just working on a paragraph where, again, it's going to have a beginning, it's going to have a topic sentence, and you're going to have the body of your paragraph where it's the support and examples, explanation, that kind of stuff. And then you should have some sort of conclusive sentence at the end. And that is exactly like an essay is created. You have an introductory paragraph, you have body paragraphs, whether there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 20, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to have a conclusion, an ending of some sort. So again, as you really start to master these foundational skills, you'll realize that, oh, all of this transfers into any type of writing that I do. And it's fabulous that way. So if you ever start feeling overwhelmed, like, wow, this is a lot, it is a lot. We are going to cover a lot of different topics this term, but they all fit together to create a good, effective piece of writing. So this course, again, teaches you the basic writing conventions for crafting effective sentences, paragraphs, and short essays. So this will lead you into the higher level writing courses that you will encounter later in your program. We will do some discussions, readings, analyzing. We're going to give peer feedback almost every week this term. So that means that you're able to see your classmates writing and be able to help them strengthen their writing, their assignments. But at the same time, it's going to help teach you how to strengthen your own, which is fabulous. That's why we do the peer review, so that you can see how others are doing the same assignment and think, hey, I think I could do this in my own writing. And so I guess now is the time I'll say that one of the greatest strategies for learning how to write well is reading. So when you're going through the readings for the course, whether it's content-based or whether it's the readings for your readings-based discussions or reading your peers' essays, read to be able to write, and think about how you could imitate that. That is imitation is not plagiarism. If you see even a sentence structure that you're like, oh, I like that, I should try that in my own writing, I encourage you to do that. That's what I did in middle and high school. And so if you are consciously always thinking about your writing skills when you're reading, you can use what you're reading to help you with your writing. So I would encourage you to do that. So you are going to want to have about 9 to 12 hours each week to be able to work on this course. You will have several assignments every single week. I try to be really clear as to when those are due. Your due dates will often be either a Wednesday, first week of the term is a Thursday, and Saturday. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. In the classroom tour, I'll show you how to use some information at the bottom of the syllabus. You can always use your calendar. There's the to-do list that Canvas provides for you. So do the best that you can to stay on top of when your assignments are due. That will be very, very helpful. So here's an overview of the semester. We will start with sentences and paragraphs, then move into a personal and persuasive essay. And then the last essay that you'll write for the semester is a reflection essay on how far you've grown as a writer. So make sure you're very aware of due dates. I don't accept late work, so you want to make sure that you have all of your work submitted on time. If you know that you're going to be out of town, or if a family emergency comes up, it happens. Students have to live, while they're taking classes, and I fully understand that. Just make sure you're in constant communication with me ahead of time. Don't come to me after a due date where all your work is late and say, oh yeah, this happened last week, so I wasn't able to get any of my work in. That's much more problematic than to say, hey, this is happening right now. Can I have an extension, or whatever the case may be. So if you have something come up, or if you know that you're going to be out of town or something, always contact me before due dates. Earlier is better. Each week you will have a grammar lesson, so make sure you pay attention to those study materials. Each week you will have 2 discussions. One's going to be peer review based, and that is the only discussion that's graded. So your second discussion board is going to be based on readings, and it's not graded, but it is part of your accountability quiz at the end of each week. So if you don't do that work, you should be marking that and denoting that in your accountability quiz, and that it will affect your grade on your accountability quiz. So make sure you're being accurate and honest. And just remember, every week you will have 2 discussions, peer review and a readings-based. Peer review is graded, the readings-based is not, but you're still expected to do it. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. You will often have essay drafts where you get additional feedback. That's particularly for the persuasive essay and the personal essay. You'll have an outline, a rough draft, and then a final draft with the essays leading up to that. You'll have a draft that you use for your peer review, but then you submit your final draft. Again, with the accountability quizzes, they're due at the end of the week. They will ask you specific questions. Please be accurate and honest in how you answer them. You can just you really should be reading all of this stuff on your own. I'm just kind of going over the most important details. There's no textbook with the course. All the materials you need are included here, which is great. So you don't have to worry about that. Make sure that you're very aware of plagiarism in a writing class. That means not taking work that is not yours and presenting it as your own. Don't take work or ideas from your classmates in the discussions, because that can happen sometimes. If in doubt, quote or cite information. It also means you should not be using outside programs to do your writing for you, including any AI programs such as ChatGPT, and hopefully I said that right. GPT. I think so. I know it's a newer technology, so please make sure you're not using that for any of your work. So just be mindful of the academic honesty aspect of the class, again, because it's writing. That happens a lot in writing classes, unfortunately. So just make sure you're really aware of that. If you have any questions, let me know. Another form of plagiarism is called self-plagiarism. So make sure you're not recycling work from previous classes, whether it's you're taking 106 again, or if it's from a previous writing class, just make sure you're doing all new original work for this semester. Here is the final grade breakdown for your reference. Now, there's my late work policy. Remember, get all your work in late. If you have any disabilities, there's some resources for you as well. And again, all the kind of stuff that we have to throw in here. If you ever need any extra support or help, always let me know. And then here's a lovely course summary. I'll show you this in the classroom tour as well. But you can access your assignments really quickly from here. But most of the time, you're going to be spending your many hours in the modules tab. So make sure that this is where you're going to get all the course content, and you just work through it from beginning to end. Keep me posted on how you're doing, if there's anything I can do to help or support you. And I hope that we can all have a wonderful semester together, and I can't wait to get started with you.